As the sun rises over the rugged peaks surrounding Virginia City, a new chapter in the grand saga of the American West begins with the arrival of a lanky, sharp-eyed stranger from the banks of the Mississippi. In this episode of Bonanza, the script introduces us to Sam Clemens, a man whose name would one day echo through literary history as Mark Twain. His entrance into the bustling chaos of Virginia City is nothing short of cinematic magic. A tenderfoot stepping off the stagecoach into a world of silver fever, rough justice, and boundless opportunity. The writing here captures the essence of frontier curiosity with warmth and wit, painting Clemens not as a polished author, but as a wide-eyed observer, hungry for life and stories. From the very first moments, we see Sam navigating the dusty streets with a mixture of innocence and quick intelligence. He asks directions to the newspaper office with polite charm, only to find himself holding a horse for none other than Judge Jeremy C. Billington and his vivacious wife, Minnie. These early encounters are rich with subtle foreshadowing. The judge's pompous demeanor and Minnie's flirtatious energy hint at the political corruption that will later fuel Clemens's satirical fire. The script excels in these small telling details, the way Sam's Eastern sensibilities clash with the no-nonsense attitude of the locals, the casual violence simmering in the background, and the vibrant larger-than-life characters that populate this one-horse town 2,000 miles west of the Mississippi. What makes Sam Clemens' arrival so compelling is how authentically it reflects the real historical figure. The script honors the spirit of the young Samuel Langhorne Clemens, a failed prospector who turns to the pen when the pickaxe yields nothing but blisters. His conversation with the newspaper editor reveals a man pragmatic about his talents, starving, but determined to sit on his backside, doing what he knows best, writing. The press room itself becomes a character, with its clattering machinery and stacks of fresh newsprint, symbolizing the power of the printed word in a raw mining community. Here, miners who face death daily underground seek laughter and escape in the pages of the territorial enterprise, and Sam instinctively understands this need. The tenderfoot from Missouri quickly absorbs the rhythm of Virginia City. He notes the town's noisy, rough pride, a lady with plenty of spirit and a heart of silver. His observations are laced with gentle humor that foreshadows the legendary voice he will become. When he proposes writing a series on the colorful citizens, the editor wisely warns him that such truths might land him in jail or on Boot Hill. This exchange beautifully illustrates the tightrope journalists walked in the Old West, entertaining the masses while risking the wrath of the powerful. Sam's willingness to dive in anyway reveals his core character, curious, irreverent, and unafraid to poke at sacred cows. One of the most delightful sequences follows Sam's interaction with a prospector at a campfire on the edge of the Ponderosa. What begins as a simple warning about fire safety evolves into the spark of the famous Wild Man of Washoe hoax. The old-timer, emboldened by drink, spins a tall tale of a 20-foot-tall spirit flipping through trees with a wagon tongue in its mouth. Sam, with a reporter's ear for a good story, transforms this exaggeration into front-page gold. The script handles this moment with perfect comedic timing, showing how a bit of sagebrush humor, born from second-hand reporting and a few drinks, can ignite an entire community's imagination. It is here that we witness the birth of Mark Twain's playful spirit, the willingness to stretch truth for the sake of laughter and engagement. As the hoax takes flight, the script masterfully contrasts Sam's light-hearted creation with the very real consequences on the Cartwright Ranch. 500 people trample across the Ponderosa, ruining hayfields and scattering cattle. Adam Cartwright's confrontation with the young reporter is a highlight, blending tension with mutual respect. Sam's refusal to immediately retract the story, citing the newspaper's policy against apologies, reveals his emerging principles as a writer. He may be a tenderfoot, but he already possesses the stubborn integrity that would define his later work. The fistfight that nearly ensues, and Sam's clever deflection, with memories of Mississippi riverboat brawls, adds layers of charm and physical comedy to his character. The transformation from Sam Clemens to Mark Twain is rendered with genuine emotional depth. In one of the episode's most memorable scenes, as danger closes in and Sam races to finish his exposé on Judge Billington, he recalls his boyhood dreams of becoming a river pilot. The leadsman's calls echo in his mind: Mark IV, Mark III, Quarter Twain, Mark Twain, and in that instant, the pen name is born. 2 fathoms of clear water beneath the keel, Clear sailing, the script turns this historical anecdote into a profound moment of self-discovery, where a man finds not just a pseudonym, but his true voice amid the chaos of frontier life. It is a beautiful nod to how adversity and inspiration forge legends. Throughout these early acts, the writing celebrates the power of humor as both entertainment and weapon. Sam learns that the miners do not want grim reality every day. They crave stories that make them forget the constant shadow of death and poverty. Yet he also hungers to make them think, to challenge the corruption he sees in figures like Judge Billington. This internal conflict between crowd-pleasing sagebrush humor and sharper social commentary drives his growth and sets up the satirical crusade to come. The script's dialogue sparkles with authenticity, blending colorful Western vernacular with Clemen's distinctive dry wit. Visually and emotionally, these sequences feel alive. One can almost hear the creak of wagon wheels, smell the ink on fresh newsprint, and feel the dry Nevada wind whipping through the streets. The contrast between the wild freedom of the Ponderosa and the crowded ambition of Virginia City underscores the episode's central tensions: land versus progress, truth versus convenience, individual integrity versus political expediency. Sam Clemens arrives as an outsider, but quickly becomes a catalyst, his words rippling outward to affect everyone from the Cartwrights to the highest seats of local power. In the broader tapestry of 1960s television, this portrayal of Mark Twain's early days stands as a loving tribute. Bonanza frequently wove real historical figures into its stories, humanizing them and making the Old West feel immediate and personal. Here, the show reminds us that even the giants of American literature began as ordinary men chasing dreams in dusty boomtowns. Sam's journey from unsuccessful prospector to budding journalist embodies the American ideal of reinvention, a theme that resonates deeply with the Cartwright family's own hard-won success. As Part 2 draws to a close, we leave Sam Clemens on the cusp of greatness, his pen poised to challenge the mighty and amuse the humble. The tenderfoot from Missouri has found his footing in Virginia City, and the birth of Mark Twain promises both laughter and enlightenment in the episodes ahead. It is a masterful setup that honors history while serving the emotional heart of this Bonanza tale, where family honor and the written word stand ready to confront greed and injustice on the high desert plains.